Alrighty, hello and welcome back to chemistry. So we are going to have a second part of today's lesson since the first part was pretty brief. So we are going to start looking at our very first unit, which is an introduction to science practices. This is going to be our first unit we're covering in both honors chemistry and chemistry. So you should have your note packet. If you haven't already downloaded that or gotten that out or printed that, it looks like this. So you will need that. Make sure you pause this video right now if you don't already have it, and make sure you have access to that so you can take notes while you're watching the video. For the purpose of this video as well, I am going to be using the Honors Chemistry PowerPoint, although the General Chemistry PowerPoint is exactly the same, it just has a different theme, so that's why they look slightly different. So, to get started, you will have a second warm-up today, so make sure you did 2 warm-ups today. You're going to also answer warm-up number 4 if you haven't already. What makes something sink and what makes something float? Again, what makes something sink? What makes something float? So if you haven't done that warm-up yet, go ahead and pause this video and revert back to your warm-up page and then come back to this. So, throughout the year of this year of chemistry, we're going to be focusing on what are called phenomena. A phenomenon is a fact or situation that is observable and whose cause or explanation is in question. So it's something different that's occurring. It's something you've seen before, you see things sink, you see things float, but why exactly does it happen? What is happening scientifically that's making that happen? This year in chemistry, I'm going to try really hard so that every unit we have a new phenomenon we're going to focus on so that we can better relate chemistry to our real lives. So our phenomenon that we're focusing on today is, of course, what makes something sink and what makes something float. So keep that in mind as we go throughout this first unit. So I have a video to show you. Let me play that. Alrighty. I probably should have turned off the ads, but I'm already into this video and I'm not going to change it now. So just like when you're in class, things will generally go wrong and I generally won't know what I'm doing for a second, and it's going to be the same with these videos, so it's like you're really in class. Yeah, sorry about the Mr. Beast comment. I've recently been watching a lot of his videos, specifically the one where he gets like 1 million Orbeez and puts them in his backyard. Would suggest it's really interesting to watch and very funny and cool. So back to the phenomenon. What makes something sink? What makes something float? You just viewed a video of the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is incredibly salty, so people can float in it. Why does that happen? So you already answered the question, what makes something sink? What makes something float, in your warm-up. Take a second and think about, does anything change now that you saw that video? So again, does your thinking change at all based upon what you just saw from the video of the Dead Sea? Also, if you didn't notice this, this is in your note packet. There's a spot in your notes to follow along that says observations from the Dead Sea video, so make sure you put them there. Alrighty, moving on, we are going to show some demonstrations. I'm not going to show you these demonstrations myself. I have some links to some different videos of these demonstrations. However, what I'd like you to do is make sure you make a prediction for each of these demonstrations first. So to elaborate on what's going to happen, you're going to see an orange go into a fish tank. Will that orange sink? Will it float? What will happen to that orange? What will happen to a peeled orange? What will happen to a Coke can versus a Diet Coke can, and a bubble in air versus a bubble in a fish tank? So think about all those, make a prediction, make sure those are in complete sentences and write those down, and then watch the videos in the next couple links and make observations while you're watching those videos. Thank you.